by mosquitoes.
Hello and welcome to Heroes of Terrador. I'm Kelly, your Dungeon Master, and tonight we have Frank as Kirpan, the Slon Rogue. We have Connor as Orbo Whipperwoods, the Forged Druid.
Sorry, mosquito bites.
Andy as Gronson Halfhome, the Gory
Oh.
Fighter. And today we don't have Jill, but usually she's here. She is being a good citizen and getting her vaccinage, or living off, or I guess resting after her vaccinage. But she is usually
skip the line.
what?
Got the vaccine.
Yeah, she skipped the line.
Yeah, how'd she skip the line?
I don't know, man. But she usually plays.
Their dyslexia. They didn't even check, buddy.
All right, so where we left off, if I can remember, we had
Yo.
I guess everyone had a few moments of glory where Gronson was able to brute force the crypt door open, and Orbo was able to squeeze in, and I think he shrank Kirpan?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
shrunk.
So Orbo shrank Kirpan, and then they both escaped, and with that, they immediately ran out of the sapping tree and headed to the nearest town. So after a few hours, they made it to Astraloft, where they were greeted by a couple of guards, and they have been kind of perusing the nearby stores and shops and things like that in Old Astraloft. And that's where we left off. I believe, if I remember correctly, Kirpan, you had just gotten a room, and Orbo and the others had kind of looked at the general store and had bought a horse. That's right. Orbo was talking to the horse, and Gronson bought some maps.
Yep, maps, horses, and some provisions.
And we had Chad Hara
That's right.
and wait a minute, how did we not get banned last week? Then we were making the Vergan jokes.
Because it's not direct.
Because we didn't say it exactly. Don't say it.
I mean, who's gonna record it?
We'll have to move back
do
to
it.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
I'm just saying.
Only Vergans report this stream.
Yeah,
They're guards.
yeah, that poor astral guard. Anyways, we'll since we ended with Gronson leaving the general store and heading to the stables, we'll start with you know what? Let's start with a clean slate. Let's get rid of all these turns. Let's see who's got the best turns this time. Who's got the best?
Does that mean we're rolling initiative?
You know it is.
That is always the way.
That's what it means.
It is the way.
I hope we have the same exact order.
It looks like it is. Yeah, it is exactly the same order. So nothing changed, but you know, yeah, it was for science. So I don't feel bad about it. All right then, Kirpan. You have just finished grabbing your what was it? Keys, I guess, from Gerald, and I think that's where we left you. So
Yep.
yes, the last time we got horses, and the most important part was talking to Y'all and Howdy.
Yes.
For sure.
Well, I said Japan.
Is it still like
The same day.
morning or midday or like early?
Like afternoon now. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was afternoon. So basically, I was kind of giving you guys some time to wander around, get some wares, talk with some people, and then probably get rest for the night. Because tomorrow is when the caravan heads out. Now, you don't have to ride with the caravan. That's also completely up to you guys. But that's what you had talked about before.
If you go on your own horse, then you can go whenever you want.
That is true.
All right. When I was staring at the bubbles in my beer at the end of last meet, a voice spoke to me and said, "You should go to the slums." So that's where I'm gonna go.
I'm going to head to the slums.
Yeah.
All right. I will go ahead and put you on a new map that I did not upload. So we'll skip you for just a minute while I upload that map, and I'll toss you on that map. And in the meantime, I'll jump to Orbo.
Orbo's done talking to these horses. He's done his work. He steps out of the stable.
He's sick of these.
He's sick of these horses. They all have the same thing to say. I want hay. I want to be bought. Whatever. Orbo's done with it.
Got to see the world, you know?
Orbo's got a lot to see. He's seen animals before. He's seen a lot of tree action. But people, less so. I'm going to this place. I don't kick the door open, but I do shove it open. I hope it wasn't a pull door.
Which door? All right, let's see.
Back.
Okay, so as you open the door, the slender elf in the back looks absolutely delighted. Wow,
Okay.
three people in one day. This is quite the business. How can I help you?
What kind of business is this business?
This is a general goods store. He points to the wall where you see etchings, I guess. There we go. And you see all of the menu items that he has tried to kind of meticulously keep. He seems to be a stickler for bookkeeping.
I still have the robes of the one evil guy we murdered, right? I mean, not the ones I'm wearing, the ones from the guy who came back from the dead.
Guy that came. Oh yeah, the Lich's apprentice person guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have those.
I ask him, do you know anyone who could identify these robes? And I pull out these dirty, blood-soaked robes.
He takes a look at him and says, well, probably not here. Either Cimarron or Edenmore would be your best bet. Over here, we have the Astral Ward, but they wouldn't really know anything about this. This looks like, if you had to ask me, I would say go to Cimarron. They know all the crazy, weird magic stuff.
All right, second question. Let's say I'm dealing with a terrible entity of great power. Who should I talk to deal with it?
I'm sorry, what?
He's a floating skeleton, and he may or may not have cursed someone I know to may or may not die in 10 days. And I want to kill him.
I mean, that also sounds like a Cimarron kind of thing. I don't really deal with dark magic like that. I'm not one for that kind of thing. So
I need light magic, probably. Wolf magic didn't do it.
Or light magic. Yeah, I don't know many magic people around here. I mean, the knights here are kind of magical, but a different kind of magic. They don't do the regular kinds of, healing and fire and missiles and stuff. I don't do any of that stuff.
All right. Well, that's 2 swings. One more swing, and then I'm out. Any druids in this town that a druid can talk to and druid speak?
Druids. Let's see. Not right now, but there are some druids that came through recently. They were on some kind of pilgrimage. Apparently, there's some big statue out in the middle of nowhere that they like to visit every year. I think they're heading northwest.
Got it. That's all I needed to know. Thank you, citizen. I'll let you know about whose clothes these were when I find out about them.
That would be... sounds good. And if you want to sell them, just let me know.
Not till I know. Is there more to the town, this way?
Yeah. There is, but that's what I was saying. I need to finish uploading that map. So I've uploaded the map. I just need to populate it.
That's fine. I'll head that way.
Okay.
Whenever.
So you'll head with kind of Kirpan to the in quotes slums. Okay.
Yes, I'll go to the slums.
All right. We'll jump to Gronson then while I do this in the background.
Sure.
I'm totally 100% paying attention to everything. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, after seeing everyone leave the stables and head out over towards where I just came from, I might as well join them as well.
Sure hope that map's on.
I've got these maps. So I have 2 maps of Terrador. Should help with my
Paper or parchment?
paper or parchment.
Yeah, what's the map on?
I think it's parchment.
Kelly, what's the map on?
Oh, sorry. It's on parchment. Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
it's fine, I
parchment
can
paper.
touch it.
Wait, why wouldn't you be able to touch it?
I don't know.
It's not a metal map.
Yeah, but if it was made of tree blood, I might not want to hold it. But if it's made of animal skin, that's fine.
Made out of
Animals eat each
tree
other's skin
blood.
all the time.
You're like the inverse of vegan.
Yeah.
Golly. All right.
Don't hurt the
Well,
tree.
because I don't have to eat, so it's very easy to be vegan when you're Orbo, because you don't eat anything.
Yeah, you don't have any problem with the
I
with the
eat meat
sustenance.
as a pleasure, as a treat while I'm a dog.
Okay, that works then.
And animals kill each other all the time. That's nature. And I guess woodpeckers and termites eat trees, but that doesn't count. And beavers, because there's a lot of animals I think that eat trees, but they don't count.
All right, give me one more moment to finish popping up a
What else
few
eats trees?
things.
Rhinos like scrape their horns on them.
Rhinos.
Yeah, I think they do. I think rhinos scrape trees. Bears do.
Like all the horned animals do.
I would think that any animal that wants to mark their territory, the easiest way to mark your territory is swiping a tree.
No, they like scratch it because it makes the horn feel good.
Huh.
Ah.
Today I've learned.
Or like whittles it down, I think.
All right, one more moment.
It's like a sanding stone. They're sharpening their horn for the kill.
Because rhinos, I mean, I know rhinos are like, don't come near me. But I figured all these big dudes just wander all day.
Get these guys here.
You guys see some rhino poacher got trampled to death by elephants last night?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Wait, a rhino poacher got trampled by an elephant.
I think he snuck onto a reserve and, he was looking for rhinos, but he was found by elephants who just like stomped him into the dirt.
Well,
That's
I can't
unfortunate.
say that I'm.
I don't feel bad, but
Yeah.
sucks for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Sucks to be a terrible human being in the first place, I guess. I don't know.
He's a bad person in the wrong place. So
I mean,
I don't know.
not even alive anymore. I wonder what they called rhino. I'm getting off on animal tangents here. You better stop me soon. But what did they call
Don't
rhino
worry, I'm
beetles
almost there.
before they discovered rhinos?
They called them
What would they call them before Hercules?
They called them big dudes. I don't know.
Big beetles.
Big
Horned
beetles.
beetles.
All right,
Horned beetles, that's the
let me get
horned
all your
beetle.
tokens
Look
now.
at that one. That's also
Token
the horned beetle.
party. And
Horned
Adhara
beetle.
is just gonna follow along because Adhara is a good boy and he wants to hang out with you guys. Don't worry, that's canon.
I love it.
All right, cool.
This party's a sausage fest.
Yeah, it's a bunch of dudes being dudes.
I forgot. I think this became canon. Orbo does have Robo junk, right?
I mean, that's up to you. I do remember him explicitly saying, though, that gender was a mystery to him. So
That is correct.
take that as you will. I believe that he does not really completely comprehend or care about gender.
There's some magics even a druid won't touch.
Yes. Just
So we
guys
can't see
being
the
dudes.
initiative, but
You what?
I know the order. The initiative's blank for us now.
It's blank.
Yeah, every time you change the maps, the players don't get to see the initiative anymore.
That's okay. Well,
I mean, it's right there on the right, so.
lame. I've removed all of them, but I'll add them. Yeah. So Kirpan, you didn't get to go, so let's jump in with you.
All right. I'm back on my quest to look for a fence. I'm looking for thieves' cant all over this. blasted town.
That show up. There we go. All right. So, Orba, you had what? A 6? 8. We're about to find out.
Like right,
6.
right
We had
there.
a 6 and then a 3. Look, math is hard, and that's my excuse. It's a bad one, but it's my excuse. Okay, yeah. So as you head west further into the town, there you kind of see the rest of old Astraloft. Just as before, it's not run down, but you can tell that it's fairly ancient. There's kind of old remains of old buildings, but there's also new ones that are kind of built on top of those remains. In the distance, you can see there's a few people walking about. Most of them all seem to be astral knights with their with the token one white eye. You see off into the distance to the south, so down here-ish, you can see that that's kind of the end of Old Astraloft as the fort kind of shows up in the off in the distance there. The gates are closed, and it seems like they have been closed for a while. As you walk around here, you said you're looking for like a fence of some sort? Or like
Yeah.
looking for thieves' etchings?
Yeah.
Okay. Where, I guess, is going to be my next question.
Man, I don't know where thieves put their stuff, like on the buildings or something, man.
I thought you were a thief. Yeah, you
Signposts.
gotta look at some. You gotta look at some. You gotta look at those nice boulders or buildings.
That is a nice
Yeah.
boulder.
Yeah, I'm looking at the nice boulders.
I like that boulder.
That is a nice boulder.
Which building are you kind of investigating, taking a look at?
I gotta look at all. I'm looking at. Man, this guy looks shady here. I'm looking at his house.
Okay. As you look on the as you come closer to him, you can tell that he seems to be like shuffling things around. He's putting things into his haversack, and he's packing. It looks like he's perhaps one of the people that's getting ready to travel on the caravan. His building where he comes from looks just like a typical home, but it doesn't kind of have any fancy things. It's a rickety old home, but it seems to be well loved, well used. But you do notice off to the side, I guess down here, some etchings that you might be familiar with.
All right. What do the etchings say?
So, just like you were looking for before, it's basically a trade symbol, or a trade symbol of not so kosher things. There is a man that seems to be sitting in the corner smoking a pipe. He's sitting on top of a couple of boxes that seem to have been. They look old and like thrown apart, as if like maybe they were useful at some time, but now they've just kind of rotted in the alleyway. He's sitting there smoking a pipe and reading like a scroll that he has opened.
All right. I knock on the barrel and
Knock
wink
on the
at
barrel?
this guy.
And wink at him.
Yeah.
He
It's
looks at you and says, "And you are?"
I'm Kerpan.
All right. Well, got him. What?
Got him.
Yeah, he said my name.
Dude got wrecked.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
It's fine, Kel. You can rewatch the replay.
I'll have to rewatch it because I totally missed it. Yeah, he looks and says, how are you doing this fine day?"
I'm doing great. I'm just looking for a business partner out here in the alleys of this town.
He looks at you and says,
Like you do.
those aren't the words that I was expecting to hear, but I'm interested. What kind of business?
I'll wink at him again, as thieves are known to do.
Okay, he looks at you and says, "You're not from around here, are you?" Well,
Nah.
here's the deal. If you got something you're trying to get rid of, I'm your guy. I'll make it disappear.
Give him the curse.
If there's anything that you're looking for, I might have it, but you gotta call for it by name.
Are you talking about like bodies? Or are you talking about buying my goods?
Well, I was talking about goods, but I might know a guy, if that's your thing.
Nah, I just robbed a mummy and I'm trying to get rid of his cursed, blessed.
It's hyped.
Whatever a brooch is.
He looks and, so are you like pulling out the brooch and showing it to him?
Yeah, and I tell him it's very blessed and holy and magical.
He takes the brooch, looks at it, says, "Do you take me for an idiot?" Well, I'm not keeping this, but I could definitely find someone that does. How much are you willing to part with it?
You know what I had to get through to get that thing?
Probably
It's
a
like
little bit too much.
Yeah.
Too much for
I'm
my
thinking-
taste.
Man, with the right person, that's 100 gold right there.
He looks at you and says, "All right, I'll give you 75 then."
Man, right here, right now,
Right here, right now.
make it 85.
You know, I don't know if this thing is cursed. I don't know what it does.
Man, put it on your
Deals
head.
off, and he goes to hand back the brooch.
All right.
All right, okay.
You're not gonna bust my balls here. I'll walk away. I'm the one with the brooch. I'm out here selling cursed mummy tomb items.
I just wasn't expecting a okay. Bye.
Yeah, he thinks he can walk away. I'm gonna walk away. Also,
When the crowd zigs, Kirpan zag.
All right. Well, he nods at you and says, "Well, you know where to find me," and takes another puff from his pipe and goes back to reading the scroll that he has.
all right. See you.
Bye. All right, Orbo. Let's get some robot action in here.
Yeah, now we can finally take the game seriously. Jesus. I'm mosey on up to the first person I say.
Rhinos do use trees to shape their horns. It's generally referred to as rubbing or wearing, and without that behavior, they wouldn't actually have a horn shape. What? So
What is
basically,
these,
they're
like a
it's like
log?
deer. It's like deer with their antlers.
It's like anything with horns.
Yeah, I guess anything with horns. Wait, do
demons with
their
their teeth.
horns come off? Because I know like
Yeah.
their antlers just like pop off eventually.
No,
and they
they're
have
not
to grow 'em
supposed to
again.
come off, but you can cut it off.
Oh.
Like
It's
a
the only way to get
poker.
ivy legally.
No, ivory.
Yeah, ivory.
Ivy.
Poison ivy.
Leaves start sprouting from the rhinoceros. All right,
Yeah,
Orbo, what are you up
I-
to?
I approach this man.
All right,
or woman.
he's doing the same thing as the other guy that I was talking about further down. This man here, he's sitting in the front. He's not as frantically. He seems to be kind of more laid back, but he is packing like final food and provisions into his pack. He looks at you as you walk down the towards him and says, "Hey,
Although
are you heading to the to Saltwatch as well?"
Yeah, we were gonna take the portal, but it broke.
Huh. Well, good thing you're hanging around with us, because that's what we're about to go fix. Get the portal running again.
So you're a cosmic knight or whatever it's called.
Yes.
I think I got it.
Cosmic?
Star Watcher.
Maybe. Star Watcher. That's a good name. I might take that.
So Star Watcher, I have a question for you.
I
Does
might
it-
have an answer for you.
Are you knights any good at fighting immortal magical skeletons?
Can't say I've ever seen a immortal magical skeleton, but I'm not afraid of it. If that's your question.
I mean, I don't care if you're afraid of it. I don't know if if we could rally up a little army and kill it.
I suppose. I mean, anything that's a festering evil like that needs to be dealt with.
All right, cool. If we're traveling together, I'll give you the inside scoop. But long story short, I'm gonna look at my notes, see if I remember this guy's name. Abzul is his name now. We
Oh,
met
the
him
fairy
underneath a
tale
tree.
creature. Yeah, I know that story.
Yeah, he's real. He lives underneath a tree that makes you a zombie, and he gave my friend a death curse.
He scoffs for a second and says, all right, enough joking around. So what is... He looks at you and goes, wait. He notices the genuineness and goes, you're not kidding.
Man, I don't even know how to lie.
I guess we could rally up a team, and assuming that we get the go ahead, we could try and find such a place. I've only heard it in,
we just need to get you there, but we gotta find the eye
yeah.
of an octopus first.
The eye of an octopus.
Aquinas.
The Titan himself?
I'll level with you. I was a dog when he told us what to do, so I was kind of in and out.
You know, the Titans haven't been around for thousands of years, right?
Till today.
Till today?
I don't know. I figured he wouldn't send us to go get it if we couldn't get it. He would have just killed us.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You are now telling me that you went into a fairy tale location, which you say is real, which I believe you. You seem sincere. You talked to an evil skeletal man that's supposed to have died hundreds of years ago, and he told you to go get the eye of a Titan that has not been seen for thousands of years. Did I get anything wrong?
The only thing you missed is we did kill some bandits on the way. If you've ever heard of the tuna fish bandits, we got them. Some of them, apparently. They may have a
I'm gonna have to rename them at this point. They're no longer the blue tail bandits. They are the tuna fish bandits. And there's nothing we can do.
Call whatever they want.
Wasn't their leader sun-kissed?
Sun-kissed?
No, their leader was Dinner.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it Denna?
Dinner.
Dennis the Menace? No.
All I'm saying is
Drya was his name.
Right now.
Oh, I get it. Drya, Wetter. All right. I'm catching on.
Yeah, pretty much. You got the heads and tails of it.
So why on earth would you do and follow anything that this crazed man says, and why would you believe any of it?
Well, I don't know if the death curse is real or not, and I'm probably breaking some rule of his by trying to get an angry mob to go back and murder him. But I guess I didn't get the death curse, so I have a little more liberty than my boy over there.
So why did you, or I guess why are you actually doing this? Why isn't he doing it?
Look at he's my friend.
No, I mean the skeleton man.
Oh no, skeleton's not my friend. I don't know. He'll probably turn into dust if he gets exposed to sunlight or something. But that's just a theory I have.
Well, this will be pretty easy to kill him then, I suppose. Just drag him out into the sunlight, right?
Well, the issue is you go to his neck of the woods and it's just nighttime all the time.
Oh, yeah, that would put a damper on that, I suppose.
But I think he was also just lazy. He made up some BS excuse about how he had stuff to do, but between you and me, I think it's the sunlight thing.
I see. Well, perhaps we could find a way to not make it night? I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just a knight. I usually just follow orders and,
If I
call
hit
it a
level
day.
6 by the time we're done here, I get like Sunbeam or something. We can try it.
Sunbeam, nice.
Something.
Oh, as like a druid spell?
It's like, yeah, just a spell. It's called like Sunlight. Sunbeam, yeah.
Well, here's the deal.
Alright.
Right now, the... What is it called? The,
Night's Watch.
the fort right now in Astraloft. It
Astronite,
is...
that's what they're called.
Yeah, it's currently closed right now. Violin is working on a deal with the people of Cimarron, and
Okay.
so they're not really open for inquiries, I guess. But sounds like you're in quite a pickle. Perhaps we can wait here a few days, and whenever the Cimarron Council is finished dealing with the whatever going ons are, I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I'm just a knight. But if the rumors are true, once the Cimarron Council leaves, perhaps we can actually talk with Violin himself. Are you familiar with Violin?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool instrument, but I only know how to play pan flute.
I see. Well, Violin is he's the Templar, and so he kind of runs the fort here, and perhaps we can talk him into getting a group together, and we can go and purge the forest of this crazy skeleton man that you speak of.
See, we got 10 days from my friend dies, so like not that I don't have faith in you guys, but I think we should go to Saltwatch and go get the eye, just in case, and then we can come back. And if your Templar is here, then we can
The eye.
work with that.
The eye is in Saltwatch?
I mean, that's what the skeleton said, but he was pretty evil. He could have just lied.
Huh.
I didn't really roll
Interesting.
insight.
So is that why you are planning on riding with us?
Well, I'm going to be a horse, so I'll be ridden.
You'll be clopping along with us.
Yes.
All right.
This
Well, I guess that makes sense. I guess that also kind of explains why the actual portal is possibly down. Perhaps something weird's going on there. But no worries. There should be quite a few of us going on this caravan, and I'm sure with your help as well, we'll overcome whatever comes our way.
Yeah. And I'll stop wasting time and let my boy have a time.
All right, Bronson.
Well, after all this discussion, I've walked over. As I've
been
done
listening
so,
in.
I've listened in. I'll say Adahara's there too. Yeah. We're listening in on the conversation, and I say it's not likely that we're going to just find a Titan's eye there, but we do need to find some way to placate this lich, whatever it is.
Whoa, hold on now. You just said the L word.
And yes.
Orbo, you just told me that he was a skeleton man.
Thought he was.
He's a lich?
Yes. Very powerful. We can't stop him.
Well, that changes things a bit. Do you know where his phylactery is? I mean, sure, we might be able to overwhelm him by sheer numbers, but he'll just keep coming back.
My best guess is his phylactery is in the sapping tree with him.
Probably is the sapping tree.
Could be the entire tree.
Or
Yeah.
it's his t-shirt. Kirpan's wearing it.
No, it's not the t-shirt.
Could be.
He wouldn't have left it so brazenly in the other catacomb.
Sul looks at Kirpan and says, have you tried destroying that chest plate of yours?
I never would.
It's too
Or this
fashionable.
beautiful brooch.
I guess a lich does have to put souls in the thingy, and he wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah,
It's true.
Kirpan stole
He
this
couldn't have done it with the
brooch,
chest plate. That does make sense. It
and
checks
it
out.
was being Kirpan stole his brooch, and it was being guarded by a bunch of mummies. But at the same time, I don't think that's his phylactery. Otherwise, he would have come out after us himself.
That makes sense as well. I mean, I guess you can never be too sure unless you try and destroy those things, but
Destroy the cursed items, but yeah, that's the only way to be 100%.
Liches are conniving. They're clever, and I wouldn't take it past them to do something weird or crazy. I wouldn't take any chances with something like that.
He's like 1,000 years old. He's a very old lich.
He's 1,000 years old. I think he's only a few hundred.
Is he only a few hundred? I don't know.
The Titans would be a few thousand. Dragons, about 1,000. But for something like the Liches, I don't know. Those would be... He'd be only a few hundred years.
Okay. Well, in any case, he's way more experienced and powerful than any of us in terms of fighting prowess, and we would have, had we tried to go up against him in our current state, we would have been obliterated.
Understandable. And perhaps that's something that we take care of on the way back then.
Could be.
How far away is this?
The sapping tree? The sapping tree is only maybe a day's ride at most from here.
Okay. Well, that's not too crazy then. Perhaps, yes, we'll go to Saltwatch, and on our way back, we'll take him out as well.
That would be most fortuitous, especially for Adhara here.
I'll have Adhara do some nodding then, since
nod.
Since there's no other no other way of talking here, but yeah. Well, Sul says, "Well, if you'll excuse me, I need to finish my packing inside, and I'll be back at the portal building tomorrow morning, bright and early."
Alrighty.
I would advise you do the same.
I sleep in the street.
I would sleep in a bed.
I sleep in whatever tickles your fancy, I suppose. And he turns to head back to his house. All right, what would you guys like to do? What's next?
Is there any, I guess that's a blacksmith. I got nothing to do with that creature.
That beast of burden.
Personally, the only thing that I need in my bag of tricks right now is a long rest, and I'll be right as rain.
All right. The only tavern in town was down the road, back in the other side of Old Astraloft. Is there anything else anyone else is wanting to do before getting some rest?
I wanna leave a druidic message on this tree.
Okay.
On that tree.
I figure if they're a druid, they'll look at a tree.
What does it say, or what is the message?
Well, it's not gonna be okay. I'm gonna leave a message for fellow druids that I already forgot his name. I'm gonna leave a message that says, "Albazul is real. Don't go to the sapling tree. It sucks."
All right, fellow druids, Abzul is real. Don't go
to the sapling
tree.
It sucks.
It sucks.
Love Orbo.
Love Orbo. All right, cool. It's now in the Roll20 chat so that we never forget this. All right, you leave your inscriptions on the tree.
And I kiss the tree.
All right, the tree kisses back. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Whoa.
Getting weird in here. All right.
You made it kiss back.
All right, no more creepy stuff. No. Yeah, I did.
Tree.
That's my fault. All right. So are you guys heading back to the other half of Old Astraloft?
I guess.
We can, or we can check out New Astraloft before bed.
Over here? Yeah, does anyone want to continue, I guess, wandering around here?
Yeah, I guess I do. I only have to sleep like 4 hours. Oh, I'll bug someone.
All right.
I'll bug this one. Go away.
All right. She seems to be very nervous. She's doing just as the others have been doing. She's packing bags, checking inventory, like cleaning a blade that seems to be, I guess, unnecessarily cleaned. It looks already like it's never been used, yet she's sitting there with a whetstone, kind of trying to sharpen it. She looks like very nervous, but also looks very young, as if she's not really hasn't really done any of the traveling yet. One thing you do notice from her is that she has both of her eyes are regular. There's no she doesn't have the white eye. She looks up and says, "No time right now. I'm busy. Can't you see I've got a lot to do?"
I can help.
You can? Here, do you know how to sharpen a sword?
I can't touch metal. It's against my religion.
Okay, well, here, I have some food over here. I need to pack it and put it together. Perhaps you could help with that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
As long as it's not plant-based.
Wait, not plant-based. It has to be meat.
It has to be
It
meat.
has to... No nuts, no legumes, just meat.
No, she can eat legumes. That's almost.
What? Peanuts are the most planty plant of them all.
That is not true. The most planty plant is spinach, and that's a fact.
Yeah, like Popeye, you know?
I would
Yeah.
die on this hill. Popeye was a meat-eating man. Spinach is the
Nah,
meat.
spinach gave him the muscles.
Take that back.
She seems a little less panicked. Orba knows that most animals eat plants, right? Yes, but that's the thing. Animals eat plants, and then he deals with the animals. So
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't have
animals
to go
get
all the
theirs
way
when
down the
it's
food chain.
time.
That's what it is. He's the most non-vegan druid I've ever met, but whatever. So as you help pack the food, she looks like still distraught and like still worried and nervous, but a little less so. She looks and says, "And I don't think I got your name. Who are you?"
I am Orbo.
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 I see.
It's fun to say, isn't it?
It is kind of fun to say. I'm Royan.
Hello, Royan.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Are you a knight? You don't look like a knight.
No, I'm a robot.
A robot. Well, I don't think I've seen very many of your kind around here. There's a few of us knights that are forged, but forged tend to stay up in the deserts to the north. I haven't gotten the pleasure to meet very many of your kind.
Yeah, I got lost.
Lost. So that's a long way to be lost.
It's been a long time to be lost.
That was going to be my next thing. But no matter. Thanks for helping me out. Have you heard what's happening?
Yeah, we're going on an adventure to Saltwatch. I'm gonna be the giant elk you see tomorrow.
You're not nervous about it, are you?
No.
You don't think anything bad happened in Saltwatch, do you?
I mean, I don't know about that, but I ain't worried about it.
All right. She
There's some spooky stuff, like what's like a spooky octopus eyeball gonna do?
Octopus eyeball? What's the octopus eyeball thing? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Some guy tried to tell me what it was, but I was a dog at the time, so I didn't really pay attention.
You can turn into a dog?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, not today. I've already used all my wild charges. But tomorrow I'll be the giant elk. So
she looks like kind of amazed and is like, I wish I could do something like that. I can't even see the in between yet.
Did you know that giant elks speak giant elk?
What?
Giant
Wait, are
elks
you
have a
telling her that
language.
or just us in general?
Both. Giant elks have a language, and it is giant elk.
I mean, I guess. I mean, does wolf have a
No.
language and it's wolf?
No other animal has a language that I've seen where it's just
Giant
the
elk.
name of the animal.
Giant elk is the
Giant elk
language.
is the language.
Dude. All right, next language proficiency that you can pick up, giant elk.
Yeah,
It's
next
gotta
time
be
you're gonna
giant
learn like goblin or something, forget that. Learn giant elk.
It's gonna be very useful at some point. Don't worry, I
I'm gonna
promise.
write a secret message.
In giant elk, and
The
no one
whole
will
party
know.
speaking giant elk, they're all just like groaning
Yeah.
at each other.
Yeah, what does that even sound like?
Can you write giant elk?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's only a spoken language.
It says language is giant elk.
That's all you get. You have to
Well,
figure
then-
out the rest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know, how do you carve? What does an elk sound like?
They make
I
some
d-
nutty sounds.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be like moose sounds essentially, which is
They're
like a terrifying?
screeches.
Yeah.
Elks sound like terrifying ring rates. Apparently, someone put Lord of the Rings
Dude,
in
that's
there.
even better then. So you sound like a ring wraith just walking around? I mean,
That's pretty spooky.
that's like top tier right there. Just screech at each other.
Oh my god,
Um,
that's horrifying. It's like a banshee scream. Anyway, I tell her I can turn into an elk, and I'm not worried about stuff. Getting distracted.
She seems a little bit calmer. Says, "Well, this is my first assignment. I've never really been out of Astraloft, so
That way
I
you
guess
still
it's
got both eyes.
what?
That way you still got both peepers.
Right. This is well, I'm supposed to go on I think 5 or 6 more assignments, but basically when I come of age, I'll have to complete the ceremony. But for now, I'm what do you call the knights before they become a knight?
Squire.
Squire. That's what it is.
page.
I'm a squire.
I say, well, Royan, I got to cure a little girl of weasel root or something. I don't remember. But once that's done, you're my next case.
Next case.
I do good. I travel the world doing good. You made my list.
She looks a little bit, she's calming down. Says, "Well, it'll be good to have some people that I know that are capable on the journey there."
That's a strong word and very accurate.
Very accurate. Alright, is it anyone else kind of doing anything
Yeah,
here?
everyone else
or-
wanted to do something.
I just followed Orbo and just watched this happen.
You're just,
Yeah, I've been following as
eavesdropping?
well.
I guess I should move Adhara to follow along as well. Alright, is anyone doing anything else here before we swap back and I guess head to sleep? Get more provisions? I don't know. Whatever you guys would like to do.
I think I'm good with provisions. It's either exploring or sleep for me.
Yeah, I don't eat, so.
Yeah, Kerpan's fallen into a deep depression after failing to make a deal.
He's particularly upset.
Yeah.
Hey, you got close. Maybe.
Maybe
There's
you
just
go
no
back and
honor
check
among
again.
thieves anymore. Back in my day, you could have an honest haggle with a thief.
There was honor among thieves.
Yep,
I
there
guess
it
so.
was. Back in
So-
the good old days.
What do you fellas up to?
A good cry in a bed.
Yeah.
Same for Orbo.
Well, I mean, I would dick around more because I don't have to meditate sleep for 4 hours.
Okay. And Gronson, are you probably also going to go take a depression nap?
Not a depression. I'm not depressed. I'm
Oh,
more
bad sleep.
just tired, and I've just dealt with the horrors of the sapping tree and a journey, and I'm ready to recharge.
All right. Well, if everyone's done here, I guess I'll go ahead and take you guys and move you to the
Some minutes
Eastern-
pass.
eastern side of Astraloft. Yeah.
Back in Eastern Standard Time.
And I'll get you guys back over here. Cool. And there we go. And I'll let you guys kind of pick where you'd like to head over here. Let me do some moving.
Well, I assume everyone else is gonna like sleep in a house or something.
Going to the inn.
Okay.
I guess I'll go to the inn and just like sit on a stool and stare at the wall for 4 hours.
All right. that works. As you guys enter into the tavern, there's a kind of a rotund man behind the bar, and he greets you as you come in. Says, "Welcome to the Hamish Tavern. Can I get you a room or maybe something to drink?"
I'll be taking a room.
Alrighty. That will be 2 gold pieces.
All right. 2 gold pieces it is.
I guess I should also bring Adhara. Adhara will also need to sleep, so 2 minus 2 gold pieces.
Is this one of my own? Is this a forged I spy?
Oh, whoops. Yes. So in the corner, you see 2. The whole place, the whole bar here, or the whole tavern here, seems to be full of knights, except for the Hamishes themselves, who seem to be running the tavern. Most of them, the knights, seem to be kind of conversing quietly with each other, telling stories, and getting ready for the journey ahead.
Cool.
Let me jump to Adhara real quick. Gotta minus 2 them gold pieces.
You don't even know. She wanted to sleep in the streets so bad.
Doesn't get to this time. Maybe next time, Adhara, he'll sleep on the floor. Adhara's gonna take his food or his room key and head up. Yeah, so Orbo, yeah, you do notice that there is a single forged up in the top corner, talking with what seems to be another knight, another Slan astral knight. Both of them have the white eye, which is interesting because usually you don't see forged with any kind of bodily modification of any type. But this forge does indeed have that token white eye.
I was even talking. I thought that was a forged.
Oh, down here as well?
Yeah, is that not?
Yes, he is also a forged. Same thing
He's a
with
forged.
him.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just go.
Sorry, I thought you were
plop over
pointing
by
to the one up at the
Lockett.
top. I thought you were pointing to the one up top.
Yeah, there's 2. That's even more.
Yeah, there are 2 forged.
But I'll just, I guess, shoot the shit with them for a while. Everybody else sleeps, and then later I'll go wander outside the bar and sit down and stare at a wall and sneak in my 4 hours.
Okay. All right, Gronson, where are you heading? Are you also just getting a room?
Yeah, I just got a room. I've gotten a room, and I look around, and I see that it's kind of quiet, and I'll go ahead and head upstairs.
Okay. All right. So I'll do Orbo first, and then we'll kind of go through what happens overnight for the rest of you. So Orbo, as the evening winds down, you find I guess conversation with Lockett and Sarek. Both of them are astral knights. They've been knights from a very young age. Well, Sarek has been, but for Lockett, you learn that Forged indeed do have what can become knights, and that Lockett and a few other Forged were, I guess, vagabonds, vagrants that no longer heard the calling of the Great One, and so they traveled the world and ended up finding Astraloft as their home. And so that's kind of where they ended up joining the knights, and they've been kind of travelers since then, as they kind of wander the world, dealing with all sorts of crazy stuff. Some of the stories that they tell are of basically closing like strange rifts in like space and time in different parts of the town, or different parts of the world. Most of their travels have been in the southwest of Terrador. They haven't gone super far out from Astraloft, just because they like to return home here once their journeys are done. But yeah, they travel a lot, and they kind of share stories about Deepwood, which is far north.
Do I hear the call of the Great One?
You do.
Nice. I ignore it.
You. That's fine. But the way that you would describe or feel I guess talk about the feeling of hearing the Great One would be more less of like a voice speaking to you, and more of a feeling that you get, if that makes sense.
Got it.
All right. Well, as everyone gets ready for bed and goes to sleep, each of you need to make a willpower saving throw, or sorry, a wisdom saving throw. Willpower is not a thing anymore.
So what the F is willpower? Wisdom.
All right. And then grunt. Nice. 2 3s. Looking good. And Adhara, yeah, let me do Adhara as well. Give me that bear character token. Here we go. Character sheet. We'll do a wisdom. Cool. Nice.
At least one person passed.
Everyone is doing a great job. Well, each of you have some interesting dreams overnight. We'll start with Kirpan. Kirpan, as you as sleep takes you, you find yourself in like a small rowboat, and or like a fishing boat, I guess would be a better way of saying that. And as you push the paddle, it seems to be a beautiful, warm afternoon. However, as you're pushing the paddle seems to get stuck. You kind of give it a little bit of a yank, and after a second or two, you realize, okay, it's really stuck. You go to look, and instead of seeing what you would think, maybe some kind of log or stick or something like that it got caught on, you see a hand holding on to the bottom of the paddle. As you look further and peer over the side of the boat, you see what seems to be dozens, maybe even hundreds of bodies in the water. Each of them seems to be kind of peacefully standing, straight, like upright the whole way. And as soon as you peer over and kind of see all of them, all of their eyes open and face you. And like shock and horror, you bolt awake, sweating.
Or go to bed sad, wake up sadder. It'd be a rough night.
Sadness, yeah. Let's see, Orbo, you go to meditate, and as you meditate, you sleep through the night soundly, thinking about what you need to prepare for tomorrow. Gronson, as you sleep, you wake up, or you in quotes wake up, as in your dream, as you are riding a horse. You go to ride the horse over a bridge, and the bridge collapses, leaving the horse in the water. As you fall into the water, you see large tendrils come out of the water and pull the horse underneath. In horror, you swim as hard as you can to get to the shore, but no matter how hard you paddle or swim, the shore doesn't seem to get any closer. Just as you think that something is surely about to get you, you notice that you are indeed dripping wet on the shore. But this time, it's not a riverside, it's an ocean side. As you look out into the ocean, you see what seems to be a giant, like gargantuan being with 4 legs, but almost seems to be like a coral of some sort, walking in the distance. You awaken sweating, and like drenched in your own sweat, and that is your dream. And I will send Adhar's dream to Jill so that she can see what he sees overnight. All right, as the morning begins, you kind of awaken to a loud clamor in the distance. You can tell that people are preparing and getting ready for the caravan to leave.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Good morning, Krusty Crew. I'm fully healed.
Yeah,
That's correct. We're all healed up.
Heal yourselves. All right. I'll let you guys decide what you would like to do.
Let's mosey.
We have a long way to go. We need to get on that caravan.
Yeah.
Or next to it.
Do we have a token for Howdy?
I don't have a token for Howdy yet. I need to get a token for Howdy. There we go. So as you head out of the tavern, which seems to be not empty but about to be, you head towards the portal house and see a few knights hanging around the like a horse-drawn carriage. Everyone's busy and kind of putting everything onto the cart, doing their last-minute preparation, putting things together, taking things apart, and what you would expect for people prepping to leave in a few hours. As you get closer, one of the knights looks at you and says, you must be the new ones.
Yes.
All right. Well, do you have everything that you need?
I turn to the rest of the group. Yes?
I have my
Yes?
weapon.
You what?
I said I have my weapon. What else would I need?
Oh, that's right. The knight
What you got?
yells out loud and says, Vergan, we need the rest of their gear. To which Vergan disappears into the barracks over here. After a few seconds, he comes back with the items that you guys need. All the weapons that you left at the barracks when you entered the town.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Now we're armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
Vergan looks at you, nods and says, I wish you the best of luck, and may the Six protect you. And he heads back.
Well,
All
once
right,
it's time to head out, I clap my hands together and turn to a giant elk.
All right. Is everyone... Who else is... Let's see. We have Adhara, who has a pet horse now. Kirpan and Gronson. What are you doing here?
Well, I was planning on just riding in the caravan.
Okay. Same with you, Kirpan?
I guess. Kirpan knows the seas, not this horse business.
Well, why did I turn into an animal? I thought someone was going to ride me.
No one's riding.
I'll ride Orvo.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looks
Ride the
less
great
than
elk.
enough.
Yeah, you
Ride
know
the
nothing
great
of
elk.
horses, but elks, that's a different story.
Robo
Elks are
elves.
the
I have a
ship of the
built-in seat.
lands.
I have air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
Aye.
Now you
These
just gotta
antlers
learn.
remind me of sails.
Alright, let's jump to the world map then. Alright. Welcome to the map of the world. Alright,
Again.
forever. Let me also getting there away. Okay, vision. Oh yeah, it has to emit light. That's right. See if that worked. There.
There it is. Saltwatch.
Cool. So there's Saltwatch. So the caravan intends to ride through PP8, 007, NN6, and then end up in Saltwatch. Now here's the thing about horse riding. Horses are not faster per se than a person when it comes to travel, but you can ride along with these animals. I guess even on down times. So the idea here is it takes about 6 hours to get from one hex to the other. Whereas you'd have to stop probably after that and rest and eat and all that kind of stuff. With a caravan, you don't have to do that. You can just keep going because, well, you're not the one actually hauling things. Does that make sense to everyone?
So when do the horses need a break?
Once it gets dark, probably is when you would need to rest for just a little bit to make sure that the horses can go. In the morning, but they probably just need like 6 to 8 hours overnight. But you could keep going. Whereas if you're a person, a 6-hour hike is a 6-hour hike. It's a lot of time. You probably need to rest and then continue on. The horses can walk all day. Now, I will say it's about 7:30 in the morning. So it's early enough that the sun has come up and everyone's getting ready to travel. So you would probably hit the, I guess, riverside in this hex. 6 or so hours from like 8 o'clock. So maybe 2 p.m. Early afternoon. So that's where we're going to head first as the caravan begins. One sec. D20.
Going to that river, are we going to have to cross it, or is there a bridge?
Yes, you will have to cross it. And okay, cool.
I say we cock the wagon and float it.
That's always a bad idea.
Forward the river.
All right. So, as you'd expect, at about a little after midday, you come across the riverside. As you go to follow the path, there ends up being a problem, an issue along the way. As you get close to the bridge, you notice that the bridge has been not intentionally but accidentally destroyed, and it looks to be weathered in some way. Your best guess would be that a couple of trees fell down and something landed on the bridge and basically brought it out of service. With that, the caravan comes to a quick halt. Let me move tokens really quickly because I didn't do that before. And there we go. No, I don't want this token. I want this token. Cool. Well, I got some of you. Okay, there's Kirpan. Here's Orbo. Here's Gronson. Alright, I need Fendon and I need Where's the other one? Old Astraloft. Here it is. Good. Token layer. Alright. One more sec. Alright, so as you guys near the bridge, Findon and a couple of other knights hop out. After taking a few seconds to survey it, Findon looks back at the party and says, well, it's going to be a couple of days hike to the next bridge up north, and south, well, there's not another bridge to the south, just the cape, or the mouth of the river that opens up to the ocean. So, we've got a couple of choices here, I suppose. Either we fix the bridge, find another way over, or find a way through. Do you guys have any ideas?
I say we float the caravan across.
Findon looks a bit wary and says, "You do know that this river is a bit strong. It's not too strong, but we'll need something to keep us grounded along the way."
I've sailed in worse.
I could reduce the. Can I reduce something that isn't alive? Can I reduce the caravan and then we just like carry it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Look at the spell.
I was about to look it up.
And
Oh man,
object.
that's a lot.
So
Thin
is
range should grow
crossbow on
larger or
horseback?
smaller. Is it like, I think it's like up to 8 sizes? Yeah, the size doubles or is divided. Its weight is multiplied by 8. Okay, so you could double the size or shrink the size. Basically double of what it is.
Or half.
Or half, yeah.
Half the size of a full-size caravan, though, is still probably too much to handle easily.
That does sound pretty big.
We could make it giant and then just push it across the river.
Well, if it was giant, then the wheel bearings would be able to touch ground no matter how deep a river like this would be.
Only issue is I can't also make the horses giant. Or I could cast, I guess, another spell to make one of the horses big.
One other thing to note here with Enlarge Reduce is that it's concentration up to a minute. So
I don't think you'd be able to pass it. Not with this wide of a river. If it was shallow or more narrow, then you could keep that up.
I mean, my plan is to turn into a shark and swim across the river, so I'm kind of just trying to help you guys out.
just here to help everybody else out. So you're trying to enlarge the caravan itself? Is that the...
No, I'm waiting to see if anyone else has a better plan. I didn't know if we're about to wrap up either.
Oh, that's right. It is getting a bit close.
None of us know what Adhara's packing.
Yeah,
No.
Adhara's just gonna brute strength. No, wait, what about Gronson? He's just gonna like, push the door open. He'll just like pull the bridge together. That's how that works, right?
I have craft cunning. I do have an apprenticeship in crafting things from my hometown, but it's not like that I'm a master bridge builder or anything. I don't know if I would be able to build something that would be able to hold the caravan successfully.
I see. How about Kirpan?
And I'm still behind the float the raft. We could tie a rope on both sides of the river, or float the raft and have somebody hold it so they could pull it across like they do in Africa.
Sounds possible.
Well, if you tie it to the fins of the shark and the shark pulls it across, depending upon how big the shark is.
Like, I don't think I can enlarge myself once I am the shark. Because I got spells as a shark.
Can you enlarge yourself and then turn into a shark of proportionate size?
I think I would just turn into a regular shark.
Hmm.
What else I got? I think I can become a giant octopus yet. Yeah, I can become a giant octopus. I don't know how useful that is.
Giant octopus. Okay.
I doubt that a giant octopus would be any more help than a shark.
Yeah, but like, have you ever seen a shark? They're pretty cool.
But is it a freshwater or a saltwater giant octopus? This is very important.
It just says it can breathe water.
This is probably not even very brackish because we've got a little ways to go before the mouth of the river.
How big is let's see how big is this giant octopus? Large beast. Yeah, it's large size, so that's a big boy. And or girl. And or robot.
I'm a robot.
Yeah, robo giant octopus. Mecha giant octopus.
Octopus.exe.
Octopus.exe. Okay.
I see there's trees down. If we could use some of these logs to build some sort of plank to get across, it would only work for one trip across, but we might be able to do something with that.
Finna takes a look and says, well, I'm sure we could get a couple of us of the knights over here. We could pull some of the logs in.
I can get a giant octopus to help stack the logs from the water side.
That would be helpful. Now, if we can't get the logs working properly to build the bridge, we can use the logs as buoyancy to help float the raft.
Ford the river.
To ford it. Yes.
Ford.
Fording is dangerous, though.
As long as we don't get cholera.
Kirpan is team get in the water.
We've been on the land for so long, I need a sea craft.
We'll have you guide and navigate us through the shallows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm proficient with water vehicles. Don't
There
worry.
we go. All right, so what would you guys like to do?
I'm game for whatever. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me to go octopus or don't go octopus.
At this point, I think the smart thing to do would just be to see how much wood we have access to.
Okay. Is Gronson kind of telling that to everyone else here?
Yeah, and including the knights.
Finnan kind of does the little rally thing. He says, "All right, well, we'll meet up here. Find as much loose logs and wood as you can find, and we'll bring it what we can here, and what we can't, we'll work together to drag it here." The rest of the knights kind of split up and start looking for wood, or like larger pieces of wood. Finnan goes to kind of pull some of the like wreckage of the bridge out from the little alcove, whatever, the little inlet part of the water near the bridge.
Perfect.
Where some of it caught. What would the rest of you be doing here?
I'd be down here.
Grabbing some more?
Yeah, slowly working.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'd be looking for fish.
Orbo, you said you'd be what?
I'd be looking for fish.
Looking for fish.
I need someone to talk to.
Ah, I see.
I want to ask if fish would have another bridge. They might know what's up.
Ah, nice. So is that a fish?
No, that's infinity.
Oh, infinity. That's a fish. Maybe there's just infinite fish that are just spawning from this river. You never know. All right. Well, as you look around for animals in the water, you notice a few small crawfish or crayfish, however you want to call that. But you also do find some river trout who are seem to be swimming north this way. Ding. Kind of against the flow. They seem busy, but that's
take time off.
that's it. Yeah. What? Crawdads. Okay, fine. We'll call them crawdads.
Yeah, crawdads. Frame the dads. Frame it with your water.
Yeah. So they seem busy. None of them seem to be like paying attention to you. But they're perhaps interruptible.
It's like, hey.
They glub back at you, and they notice that you're trying to say something. So they seem attentive while they continue to swim north.
I shout at them, what happened here?
What happened here? Oh, I don't know. We came from the close to the mouth of the river. We haven't been here before.
What's going on in the mouth of the river?
Well, it's about breeding season. It's time to head back further into the further inland.
You guys know you die when you're done, right?
I mean, don't we all?
No, I mean, like, never mind. You guys keep doing it.
Dang nihilistic fish, I guess.
Apparently. That's the crawdads. The crawdads haven't been swimming around. They'll know what's up.
Yeah, they look around and say,
guys.
You talking about that bridge over there?
Talking about that bridge over there.
You talking about that bridge over there?
Talking about that bridge.
That bridge has been there for a while. It's been messed up for a while.
Talking about that bridge.
You know what it is?
What is it?
Sabotage.
Who sabotaged that bridge?
Somebody sabotaged that bridge. That's how you sabotage that bridge.
You tell me.
There's people. There's these people from Pike Steel Carnival. Not too far from here. But they sabotaged that bridge. I watched them do it.
Oh my god. What'd they do to that bridge?
Well, they were looking weird. They were looking real weird. I don't know what was going on with them. They kept jumping in the water. And they walk over to the bridge. They'd take a piece of it and they jump in the water. They're floating somewhere down there. And the crawdad motions like south towards the southern part of the river.
Saying they stole that bridge?
Yeah, they stole that bridge, and then they jumped in the water. What a bunch of weirdos!
I know, can't imagine. Well,
Crazy, I tell you.
Crawdads.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't even know. Do I have any food? I was thinking like some breadcrumbs or something.
I need you to make a charisma save.
That's gonna go well. Hi-ya!
That almost went well. That went half not well.
Correct.
As are you feeding the crawdads?
I was actually checking to see if I had any food because I don't think I do.
Well, there's probably some at the caravan if there isn't. So as you return to kind of give them some food from the caravan, you go to put your as you put your hand in the water and hand them the food. Something grips your hand, and it seems to be humanoid, like a person. It looks up at you, and as you like shudder from the spectacle, it's gone. It vanished. There's nothing there. Just like it's just water and the crawdads.
The crawdads what?
I was just saying that's all that's left. It's just them. Like you definitely don't see a body or anything holding onto your hand.
Y'all see that?
Finnan looks at you and says, "See what?"
No, I'm not talking to Finn. I'm talking to the crawdads.
Oh, okay. Well,
the
the crawdads also look and say,
Fenton.
"See what? What you talking about?"
That's all I needed to know. It didn't happen. That's leaving my memory banks right now. Here, have some bread, little guys.
They seem happy, except they don't eat bread, but they seem to they thank you for the gesture and pretend to be eating this bread.
I can get you some meat. Give me a minute.
Yeah, what is this? I thought you were a meat-only druid.
Yeah, well, I'm taking whatever food we got.
I'm sure there's some, like, cured meat or something.
I'm just turning to a freaking octopus. Go catch all these fucking fish. I'm good, Callie.
All right.
Someone
Well,
else got.
We'll kind of go ahead and end it up here, but we'll as a finale of it, we'll have everyone, the knights included, everyone kind of brings their scraps and large pieces of wood together so that you guys can kind of start, I guess, rebuilding the bridge to an extent in some kind of shanty style way. Is that what you guys were doing?
We're going to check and see if we could.
Stole the bridge.
If we don't have enough to rebuild the bridge, we're going to build a raft.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, and then we'll make that decision next Monday and continue our travels towards Saltwatch.
Will we die of dysentery?
Yeah.
Tune in again next week.
Yeah, you'll try to. What's the big river in Oregon Trail that you have to go across?
Is it the big
Mississippi.
wide river? Big Blue River?
Yeah, it's like big.
Mississippi.
No, there's a second one that's like way far near the end, I thought.
Oh, the one you actually have to like go down and avoid the rocks?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think that's the Big Blue River.
Anyway, yeah, we'll have the terrifying, scary Oregon Trail River. Yeah, the Nile. There we go. Will our characters get across the Nile River?
The Pacific Ocean.
Who knows? Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. As always, we'll give our few shout-outs for the day. Our virtual tabletop is Roll20. It's pretty cool. Our music and ambience, didn't use it this time, but when we do, it's Tabletop Audio and Incompetech. Our battle maps and world map assets are from 2 Minute Tabletop, and as well as I guess Wonder Draft and Dungeon Draft. All of the items, armor, emblems, and cult icons, they're from GameIcons.net, and then the rest of the artwork will be in the description below. You can keep in touch with us by joining our Discord. There's a link in the description. We stream every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not there, I will be very sad. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.